Oh shit, here we go again.
There never really seems to be peace in the NASCAR community. Every time there always has to be some kind of drama. Oh, someone is acting toxic about their favorite driver. Oh, someone got caught being creepy to somebody. I would like to ask, why? Why is this happening? What is the effect of all of this on our community? And what can we do to stop this? This is a brief explanation of all of the little petty dramas and stuff that has happened in the NASCAR community. Toxicity and drama are not new things to the NASCAR community. In fact, the footage you are seeing is from the 2002 Pepsi 400, a race infamous for when Dale Earnhardt Jr. fans littered the track with beer cans and even a chair. Another example of the NASCAR community's toxicity could come from the 2001 Daytona 500, where NASCAR driver Sterling Marlin was sent death threats by livid Earnhardt fans after they alleged that he intentionally wrecked Earnhardt, causing his death. However, this new wave of toxicity and drama is more recent and, more worryingly, more frequent. Week after week, there is more dramas and toxicities, and most of us may be asking, where did this even start? Well, this new wave of dramas I can really trace back to the drama that started with the user Kymm Burkhart. From what I know, Kymm was angered over his Twitter account getting banned, and in anger, he raided the servers of Carshtime and JNF48. After he got rebuked for doing so, he said the N-word, which would lead him to get banned from Karsh's server and would lead him to be basically exiled out of the NASCAR community, if you know what I mean. Although this was the earliest of the dramas, this would not be the most destructive of them. That title would probably go to the drama that occurred between users Carshtime and KDM after the Michigan race in 2021. From what I remember, KDM acted, a little arrogant about the results of the 2021 Michigan race, where his favorite driver, Ryan Blaney, won. Carshtime did not take this too well, and he would say something that would be a little, it would be so shocking that bigger YouTuber Hendriktation9 would take notice of it, effectively dooming Carshtime's YouTube career. Although this recognition by a bigger YouTuber would not be very good for Carshtime's public image, he has managed to survive and, luckily has made amends with KDM and, the rest of the NASCAR community. KDM and Carshtime are now pretty much chill with each other, but, the damage, they could have inflicted onto their YouTube careers is, concerning to say the least. Though Carshtime and KDM did make amends, the same cannot be said about the two other conflicts that I will mention. The first conflict had to do with a user called It's the NASCAR Fan, otherwise known as Justin McCall. The conflict would start when Justin McCall tried to hit on a girl who claimed to be around the age of 11. Fellow user RowdyFan2015 made an expose on him. This angered Justin, and so the conflict would begin. The conflict would escalate to a point where Justin would send a death threat to another user, TurquoiseHusky20. The conflict would escalate to a point where Justin tried to get his mom in to negotiate things for him, but after learning of the things Justin did, his mother had claimed had disciplined him, and thus the McCall conflict had come to an end. The next conflict is ongoing and has to do with a user named Uke Kid. After the 2021 Daytona Summer race, he seemed to be displeased at the fact that Ryan Blaney won instead of driver Corey LaJoie. After a lot of NASCAR community members pointed him out on this, he started to get a little angry, and after people, started to throw around the usual Mickey Elliott jokes and stuff, he started to get even angrier. And thus the conflict would escalate and escalate and escalate even further. The conflict appeared to have died down until today, after the 2021 Truck Series race. Now, I did not watch it, and I have no clue what happened, but it appears to be that Uke Kid seems to be enraged at what happened in that race, and that people are again calling him his bluff for it, and thus I see another conflict happening. Now that we've gone over all these conflicts and stuff, the real question we should be asking is, what effects will this have on the community? A lot lot of people are saying that NASCAR is dying and that its viewership is, well, falling to say the least, you know. And I think a good way to remedy that is to, you know, introduce new people in there, you know. Of course, that's always been a good remedy to, you know, the NASCAR's viewership problem. You just introduce new people to the sport, you know. And while a lot of new people can, you know, fall in love with the sport, you know, how can they fall in love with a sport like this when they can be so disgusted by such a vile community? You know, all of this drama as a whole, this doesn't look good to, like, the whole NASCAR community. You know, this makes us look worse. You know, to the average person, you know, if they see all this stuff going on and stuff, you know, they're just gonna start watching F1 and IndyCar instead. I think, you know, it's time we get our act together and, you know, actually start, you know, acting more competently. Because, like, if we don't, you know, the people will just, you know, find something different to watch, you know, and they will just leave us in the dust. That's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.